These iron shoes weigh 100 kilograms, but he has worn them for a full 10 years without ever taking them off. Because his master told him, only this way can he master unparalleled martial arts. His name is Wu Lin. He was born different, with his heart on the right side. His father's trusted fortune teller said Wu Lin bring bad luck. To protect his business, he ruthlessly threw him off a cliff. Luckily, Wu Lin survived and was found by a passing grandmaster who took him in. With one look, the grandmaster recognized Wu Lin as a martial arts prodigy. So he taught Wu Lin the iron leg technique and gave him the ancestral iron shoes. From that day on, Wu Lin trained wearing heavy iron shoes. Even with them on, he can run as fast as Usain Bolt and kick away a 100-kilogram chubby guy with one kick. After his master passed away, Wu Lin, with nowhere else to go, had to rely on his big brother. In the big city, he wasted no time and continued training. Just then, a wealthy man was being chased by a group of men in black, who also crushed the boy's ice cream cone. This made Wu Lin very angry.
谁踩了我的甜筒?
Without another word, the men in black attacked him. A man, with his hands and feet, knocked down all the men in black. As Wu Lin was preparing to leave, the wealthy man took out 2 stacks of cash to thank him for saving his life. But Wu Lin didn't even look at it. He already saw money as worthless. Soon, several black cars surrounded the martial artist again. A man in sunglasses slowly got out. In this tense atmosphere, they looked at each other and smiled. It turns out they were fellow martial brothers. They trained together since they were kids. But 10 years ago, Li Jiang was kicked out by their master for making a mistake. With nowhere to go, he was adopted by a mysterious man and later founded a bodyguard company. Seeing the master's ashes, Li Jiang cried bitterly. But when he saw Wu Lin practicing with iron shoes, he couldn't help feeling jealous. The next day, Li Jiang took Wu Lin to visit his own bodyguard company. Coincidentally, the wealthy man also came here to choose a bodyguard. He recognized Wu Lin at first glance, hoping he could protect his daughter. Being the daughter of a billionaire, Feifei was very playful, often attracting ill-intentioned guys. But Feifei, who knew nothing, saw Wu Lin practicing in her room. To drive away Wu Lin, she first tried to bribe him with money, but that didn't work. Then she threatened him with a gun, finally, but he still wouldn't leave. Later, they went to a restaurant to eat. The cautious Wu Lin sensed something was wrong. He directly carried Feifei out of the restaurant. As expected, a group of men blocked Wu Lin's way. Their accomplices took the opportunity to kidnap Feifei into a car. Wu Lin pushed aside 3 men. Despite wearing heavy iron shoes, Wu Lin's speed was faster than the cars. In an instant, he appeared at the next intersection. Seeing this, the driver slammed on the gas pedal. Wu Lin kicked open the car door, successfully escaping with Feifei from the pursuit. Feifei gradually developed feelings for Wu Lin. She asked why Wu Lin was so good at Kung Fu. Wu Lin said he's been watching Dragon Ball Z for 10 years. He wanted to be a man like Sun Wukong. However, they didn't know the kidnapping was orchestrated by Li Jiang. The next day, Li Jiang told Wu Lin not to protect Feifei anymore. But Wu Lin refused outright. Seeing his stubbornness, Li Jiang immediately turned hostile. A big fight was about to break out. After witnessing Wu Lin's skills, Li Jiang became furious. They were no longer pals. To ensure Feifei's safety, they hid on an island. During their time together, their feelings quickly grew warmer. Just as they were enjoying the sun on the beach, Feifei's father was suffering. Soon after, hundreds of assassins quietly landed on the island. Wu Lin and Feifei fled into the forest, but faced with overwhelming numbers, Feifei was captured again. Wu Lin chased them to an abandoned factory, unaware the enemy had prepared a trap for him long ago. At this moment, Feifei was hanging high up. Wu Lin had no chance to fight back. Li Jiang punched him into a pit, burying him completely in the dirt. In the relentless rain, the soil got tougher. A month later, a hand reached out from the soil. Wu Lin struggled out of the pit. To seek revenge, he decided to take off his iron shoes worn for 10 years. At that moment, he felt incredibly relaxed. Soon after, Wu Lin cut his long hair, put on a suit, and coolly went for revenge. Hundreds of bodyguards had long been waiting. The battle was about to begin. In less than a minute, everyone was writhing on the ground in pain and agony. Meanwhile, Wu Lin's hair was just a bit messy. Then he reached the second floor, where 3 top assassins awaited him. As the last door opened, he finally met the real boss. He never expected it to be his own father. At a critical moment, Li Jiang blocked the bullets. Back then, because his master favored Wu Lin, it always made him feel unhappy. So he wanted to personally spar with Wu Lin. With the sound of bones breaking, Li Jiang finally lost all ability to fight back. The boss decisively ordered his man to kill Li Jiang. Facing his heartless father, Wu Lin could no longer contain his anger. But just then, the assassin shot again. But he never dreamed Wu Lin's heart was actually on the right. Wu Lin originally wanted to kill his father himself, but in the end, he couldn't bring himself to do it. The old man never expected he would be tricked by the fortune teller. His son turned out to be a treasure. Finally, Wu Lin returned to the sad cliff and scattered his father's ashes. This story tells us that fortune tellers are all bullshitting. My fate is in my hands, not in the heavens.